world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
And Homer to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell! Deep right center field! Carrying! And it's gone! That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champions! The AAA World Series is over! What a live shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
Good evening, XBL faithful. How are you doing tonight? We had a great show earlier. Thank you to those guys for producing and putting that on. We're going to bring you AA action here this evening between Simon and Preztone, the 1 and 4 seeds respectively. We got a bit of a jump to an early lead here. You know, a lot of the series we've seen in the playoffs this season so far have been splits. But so far we have Preztone jumping ahead. Before I get ahead of myself even further, let me go back and introduce to the booth joining me this evening is going to be Mama Junjun. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm doing pretty fantastic. I mean, it's playoff time in the XBL, so really nothing can go wrong here.
Yeah, we're set up for another banger series, I think. You know, these guys put on quite the show. There's tons of runs in the first 2 games. And I think we should probably just expect that to continue. We saw their regular season stats light up, you know, the stat page, everything was super bombastic offensively. So I think we should probably expect that to continue. That being said, this is the playoffs, and, you know, defense wins championships in a lot of sports. Baseball, that kind of still goes the same way. And a big part of defense, of course, is going to be pitching and what you can do on the mound. So what would you like to add there for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think ever since the AA has been established, it has always been a hitting forward league, and especially with these 2 players, they kind of imitate that. Their hitting numbers in the regular season are eerily similar. Both of them are average the same home runs per 9, I believe 1.8, and their hits per 9 were about in the 15 area. So yeah, both big hitters, and it is tough to control pitching. I mean, both of them do play at Lafayette as well, so we're going to expect a ton of runs tonight, despite us wanting to see more pitching. I'm not sure if that'll actually happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's evident in the league and the stats. I mean, the AA, it was tough for anyone to pitch to these guys, so now they're having to do it to one another, and they seem to be letting the bats do a lot of the talking. So it probably is fair to say, as we've seen in many other playoff series, it's going to come down to who capitalizes on those mistakes, how many mistakes are even generated, and then, of course, yeah, you have to execute on them. It's not a freebie, it's not a gimme, you still have to go out and take it. So definitely expecting to see the offense continue. With that being said, I mean, arguably the best offensive team in the AA this season is those Jailbirds, and they somehow are finding themselves down in the series, really looking to get a kickstart to this series for them and their playoff hopes of achieving that World Series title. But they've sort of, I don't know if digging a hole is a fair term to say here, but you know, anytime you're down 2-0 in a series, I mean, it's go time. You're running out of lives to rely on. So I'm very interested to see how Simon is able to respond here as we get deeper into the series, into this 3rd game. I think that's kind of all I had. I was ready to kind of jump in the action as soon as we are. Did you have any other little stat deep dives or anything for us, Mama?
Nothing statistically, but I mean, it's just going to take a lot of hard work. I mean, mentally for Simon, I mean, being down 2-0, I mean, you're really just trying to punch a ticket to the World Series. But I mean, I think he has it in him, but it'll be very tough, a really tough upward fight for him. But I can't wait to see how this turns out tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Sweet. Well, folks, give us just a second here. I'll get us swapped over to get Game 3 started. Sit tight for just a moment.
All right, welcome to Lafayette Corner. We'll be seeing this 2 times tonight, this being the first. And look at those, just to start off, look at those beautiful green jerseys. You don't really see something that bright this early.
Holograms-esque, if I may.
Oh, absolutely. Simon will be the home team in this one, so we'll be seeing the Pelicans at the plate. I give my best shot at that pitcher's name. I'm not sure how well I'll do. Looks like Telemaxtrian the Wise will be on the mound. Junk baller.
Yeah, that's how I read it too. That's quite the name.
Yeah. Don't really see a 3-parter, but the 3-0 count early. Preztone gives himself the green light and fouls it off. Simon dots the outside corner. Full count here. First batter of the game. High curveball. Popped up to the shortstop, Aya Geraldo. Quick first out. This looks like the Pelicans' best hitter, undoubtedly, hitting .536 so far in this playoffs with 3 home runs, which are not easy to come by. So, Pelicans will have to be patient. 2-1 count now.
Yeah, 536 average is phenomenal. She's going to add to it here. Look at that.
Yep, nice swing. Beautiful timing there. Sitting on the changeup, I believe. That was. And here's his own player, Preztone. Once again, another player with 3 home runs. Good speed on first, and that's over the middle. Preztone will stare at it. Oh, 2 count now. And again, a chasing the low cutter for an easy double play. Maybe some playoff nerves getting to them.
Yeah, love to see that. I think that's a telltale sign of Simon picking up on some of the tendencies earlier in the first 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, adapting to what your opponent's tendencies are is a key part of playing in the XBL. And if Simon's doing that this early, I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with the bat. It's a nice changeup.
Yeah, that's exactly the type of pitching he's going to need to, continue to have as this game goes on. I think he allowed 39 hits over the first 2 games. So anything you can do to cut that number down is definitely a big deal. And the fact that he's able to pick up on those signs is just going to make it that much easier for him.
Yeah, 100%. And Wyoming Trestaverde in the second is down to 2 strikes here, but he'll smack into right field for a nice single. It's another display of sitting on the pitch and smacking it easily. Promising start.
Deathbringer, what a name.
Oof. If you're not intimidated by that, then I don't know. I mean, Butcher versus Deathbringer, you don't really see this.
Oh, he wasn't scared of the FU fastball right down the middle.
Lance Lynn classic, but here in SMB. Another single to right field, and ooh, Page just stops it.
Oh.
The slide was a little bit too early. That could have caused way more damage. Here's Bong John Longson. Nice high fastball there. That one's going to get by the shortstop. Runner will round third, but will head back, realizing you don't want to make that out at home, especially when you have such a good hitter up. Will it get by the third baseman will be stopped. James will throw to first for the second out of the inning, but a run will score. I think you've got to be happy with that result if you're Preztone, though.
Yeah, you're definitely happy. I for sure thought it was going to go down the line, so what a snag there at the hot corner.
Mm-hmm. Butcher's making this hitter a little nervous here. 0-2 count. There's at the classic low changeup. Low speed on third, decent speed on second. Really ground to the second baseman for out number 3. Jailbirds do strike first.
Yeah, it's a better job from both sides there just to limit the early runs. I want to say it was at game 1 we saw like a 7-run second inning or something, so we'll have to see how it plays out here, but Preztone able to kind of reel things back in after it looked a little wonky.
Mm-hmm. It's a curve over the middle. It's taken. Yeah, in game 1 of this set, 7 runs in the second inning and 4 in the ninth inning, which led Preztone to a 14-7 victory.
Yeah, so maybe, that should have probably been a key to the game, is just, limiting or avoiding like letting up those big innings, because they weren't doing it consistently inning by inning. They weren't chipping away or incrementally adding it. It was like huge, innings blowing up on people.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely going to have to see how that one develops throughout this game. Here's Donovan James with that first pitch slayers. See if Simon will test them. He will not with the low changeup. Batting 192, but does have 5 RBIs, so maybe some productive outs going on there. Maybe some sac flies, tough to say. 1-2 count now. Whiffer trade activated. Simon is getting Preztone to chase quite a bit. Good sign if you are him. Ground to the shortstop for out number 2. Deathbringer will bring it in. These hitters all have amazing stats, from what it seems like. This guy's batting .462, 2 home runs, so clearly a ton of home runs have been hit.
Oh, he missed one there. Could have been another one.
I want to say speaking of, but not quite. Just misses the curveball. That's a beautiful fastball on the inside portion of the plate. LaRoche down to 2 strikes here. Takes a low changeup. Off-speed hitter activated. That one's going to be over the middle. Hit hard to Courier for out number 3. So no strikeouts so far through this game, so just a lot of balls being put into play. Kind of what we expected.
Yeah, both players clearly not afraid to swing the bat.
Todd Gonzalez at the plate. 2 strikes now. K Neglector activated. Looks like he's going to go for the contact swing. Maybe he has been. Oh, changes the power there, though. So clearly gaining some confidence. Fouls it off. Producing a pretty nice at-bat here. That one's hit pretty deep to left field. Off the wall. Round first. Head back. Does not want to make the first out at second base, but that's a very nice swing.
Yeah, great swing. It seems like we have some rather low game audio, but I'd like to imagine that sounded like one of those bomb explosion noises off the bat.
Yeah, you can never tell with those whether it's just going to be a pop-up or a home run. That one. Oof, that's a beautiful swing up the middle. First and second now with no outs. But he will have the pitcher up, so maybe we'll see some wise bunting. It's tough to say because we all know Simon trusts his bat enough to get extra bases, but let's see. High speed on second. Oof.
Oh. Disaster. That's the worst possible outcome, I guess. The only thing that would have made it worse was if it was a double play.
Yeah, that's the word right there. I was trying to find it. Misses the bunt, then retrieves the runners, and then... Oh, man, that was... Woo! Double play, a beautiful catch by the pitcher. You don't really see that too often. Cannot get back to first base in time, and a beautiful job getting out of that jam.
Yeah, what a magician's, maneuver there. Get the Men in Black memory stick out and just wipe it if you're a Jailbirds fan, because that was everything you were hoping to not see, I guess. You kind of ran yourself into an out, and now you're going to have to go back on the mound here. That was a tough pill to swallow, but I suppose that, they still have the lead. Like, things aren't going entirely wrong.
It was all about the potential of what that inning could have been. Obviously, he fell short of what he desired, but that's okay. Like you said, still has the lead. Like to have a quick inning, get the bats back up. That one be blooped into center field. I mean, that's as much as you can hate that. That was pretty beautiful.
I know. I feel the same way. Like when I'm playing people and they get these little dinks to the outfield, I'm like, why can't I get that? It's like you appreciate it, but you hate it at the same time.
Yeah. Oof. Just misses the changeup over the middle. He definitely wants that one back. But yeah, the bloop was perfectly center, so the shortstop or second baseman was not able to reach it. Here's the pitcher at the plate. Wonder if we'll see more bunt shenanigans, but maybe a little bit scared off after the previous attempt of the other team.
Yeah, I will, be the first to admit I have my own bunting issues. I think I had 2 of them today in cup games, so I'm no stranger to those situations.
Yeah, just so much that can go wrong, whether you hit it right to the pitcher or you pop it up to the catcher for a double play. I mean, plenty can just go wrong, and usually it's really not worth the risk unless you're pseudo. Let's tap to the shortstop, though, for out number 2. Top of the order coming back up with Charlotte Barr.
Yeah, just to finalize the thought, I think the bunting situations and like base running and everything, it looks easy, right? But until you're in the middle of it and all the chaos is going on and unfolding, then you start to really understand like how much these little moments matter. So
100%, so much that goes on in those. That one's hit pretty nicely to shortstop Brooks. Top of the order for these the Jailbirds trying to get something going. Mind Gamer will be activated here. Hit nicely to left field. Might be his second best swing of the game besides the double. Butcher will win this battle of Butcher versus Deathbringer for out number 3. Not a whole lot of, hitting so far. There's 7 combined hits, which is a lot, but not really a lot of runners getting to second base, which is okay. Plenty of time, still settling in here. And how are you going to pitch to Brooks here? Oof, just missed it.
oof.
Simon celebrating that one with the oh yeah. Clearly he knew what that could have been. The elite curveball is working, though. It seems like a lot of these curveballs that he's left over the middle, Preztone really hasn't been able to hit that. Maybe just because of that velocity and break difference. I would say weakly to Wise, who will make the play. Nice take there on the changeup. Curveball lobs in there for a strike. I wasn't sure if the lag was on my end or what, but hey, got in there. That one's hit deep to right center field. Will bounce off the wall, and base rounder will make this runner's job very easy. A clean double.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. I don't know if they get to second without the trade as well. It was hit so hard, but the fielder was quick to the wall, so trade comes up big to secure that extra base.
Very nice job there by Preztone. Looking to get this runner in now is Donovan James. And that base rounder, if this ball is put in play, will make an impact once again. But have to be on the ground. That one's popped up easily to Martwin de Courier for an easy play.
Yeah, those are the types of moments when you have runners in scoring position and they get stranded to end innings. Those are the moments you look back at in these close games. Going to see how the rest of the game unfolds. Scoring-wise, it's pretty low compared to the first 2, of course.
Way early on the cutter. But yeah, both hitters or both players are looking for just that one hit that'll give them just one more run to make them feel better about the game itself. Neither of them have been really able to get that. And some outfield troubles here, but LaRoche will get there. Takes the first pitch forkball, a pitch that we really have not seen too much of so far. Cane neglector activated. Hit pretty nicely to the first baseman, Lynn, but nothing going so far. Kind of a hitting drought for these Jailbirds. Had those hits into right field. Since then, not a whole lot. Pelicans will put an end to that narrative with a nice single up the middle.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting on the edge of my seat here, like waiting for the fireworks to go off, and we're getting occasional singles, a double we saw, but you know, the long ball that we expect from both of these guys is still bottled up. We're just waiting for one of them to crack it open here.
100%. Oof. I mean, they're in Preztone currently. I think he really is getting some pitches to hit. He's just not capitalizing on them. Definitely tough. I think this is, if this is like an 0-1 ball game and maybe the 7th inning, I think you have to start considering to steal, just to like make your life ideally easier. But it's a pretty nice arm behind the plate. When he crushes that one up the middle. There's that pitch over the middle I was talking about, just needing to hit it hard, and he does it there. He has a tough decision to make here with the pitcher at the plate.
See Simon go shallow.
Went back to normal, so maybe not as confident as he thought. Way early on the cutter, 2-2 count now. Decent speed on second. Just foul. He chases the inside fastball. Will it be 2? Simon decides to go to 1. Get his free out with no concern. Maybe regretting a little bit.
Yeah,
Sure.
based off that quick shot, I was wondering maybe he thought there was already 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, it has been a pretty long inning. Those can be easy to forget, but that one's hit hard past third baseman. That will score 2 runs and put the Pelicans on top. It's basically a stand-up double. That's what we've been looking for.
Yeah, and look who's at the plate now, the 2-hitter. Look at all that power, my word.
Yep, he could break this game open. Won't be easy, though. With pitcher lobbing in some curveballs. But he does not care. He smacks up the middle. Trusteverde will throw home, and the runner will go back to third. I mean, this is the meat of the order. Very tough to pitch around. We'll go to the pen. Cash Considerations. It's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
Nice speed on the corners. We'll get Preztone to chase. A huge out. I think you're okay with just letting up 2 there. Obviously, I mean, you wish you let up 0, but got to be realistic. I mean, getting that large hitter out is huge.
Yeah, we'd have to go back to get a replay of whether or not there was enough time for the double play, which I don't know that there was. Maybe they could have thrown to second, you know, but
yeah.
I mean, ultimately the runners at second and third advanced, of course, to give the Pelicans the lead here. So Jailbirds gonna need to dig deep again as we get to these later stages.
Yeah, sometimes it is that simple. You'll lose the game because of a small mistake that you constantly pondering throughout the game. But yeah, it definitely is a tough call on whether he could have gotten 2. I don't think he could have.
Yeah, I don't think he could have turned 2 either, but...
Oof, nice swing there into center field, but it will be caught easily for out number 3. Preztone and his Pelicans will look to add on to the lead here. We'll have Maggie Page up first. Maggie Page down 0-2 early. Goes that screwball be popped up. It's a very nice arsenal for this pitcher. Pretty prime for getting some weak contact with all those chase pitches like the cutter, the screwball, the two-seamer. See how that comes into play.
Seems like Preztone is sitting fastball a bit here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would bolster your point early on the changeup. Weakly hit for Geraldo. Makes the throw to first for out number 2. Yeah, lead screwball. He's looking at it, but we'll go to the low fastball, which has worked a lot for him. Really, fastballs for Simon on the middle part of the plate to a left-handed hitter in the low part. For balls have gotten him to chase quite a lot, but maybe Preztone is locking into those a little bit more. 2-2 count. K neglector activated. Simon will go to the fastball inside. Gets some weak contact. Courier makes a dive, and it is enough. A nice diving play there to prevent a base runner.
Yeah, now we see the lineup turn over for Simon. He's got a huge chance here with a dwindling pitcher.
I mean, that's the perfect start, really. I mean, nice, perfect contact swing up the middle. Get it by the pitcher. Will it get down? Shortstop dives, it will not get there. Runners on first and third after a bloop. Maybe getting payback for the one that Preztone had earlier. Jack swing on a hittable changeup. Great speed on the corners. Puts it into play. Will throw home. He's going to be out by a mile.
Wow, what a defensive decision there, and it pays off for the Pelicans. That's huge to keep this game not tied.
Oof. This inning could look very, very different with just a little more patience and maybe a little bit of diddling action, but that can't always happen. Simon needs to be patient here. You don't have to swing at the first pitch, but he'll swing at the second one. Deep right field, a no-doubt home run. Jailbirds take a 4-2 lead.
Epic moment, the perfect time for the long ball to come out with runners on base. Takes a huge swing there. It's a massive moment for the series.
Yeah, completely changing, getting himself back into it since you already are down 2-0 in the series. So this is kind of a must-win game, and with such a monster blast like that, your odds are looking way better by the instant. One-two count now. Looks like he'll go to the fastball low. I like that pitch. Preztone did too. Nice swing up the middle. So this is where the fireworks are coming in. I mean, plenty of nice contact starting here. Runs and more base runners really on the way. Ace Exterminator is active, which is pretty rare for the XBL.
Yeah, I think a lot of people with the roster tool are aware of, trying to avoid bringing in A- or higher graded pitchers, but I mean, cash considerations is an A-, so it gets to trigger the trait.
Yeah, 100%. And since we don't know how Metalhead calculates player rating, some players don't actually know their players are A-, but nice walk there by Preztone. This pitcher will have to come out of the game here.
Yeah, dangerous situation looming here. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Pressure meters at 3 out of 4. Got a tough out pinch perfect header here.
Ooh. Gonna throw to third, then first.
greedy, but it paid off.
Yeah, you very rarely see that since the circumstances of it actually being like reliable are so very rare. I mean, hey, it works perfectly there though. That one's hit deep center field. Will it carry? Trestaverde stares at it. It's off the wall and gone. A tie ball game here at Lafayette, and this is becoming a classic by the second.
Yeah, I had shades of my own match of the week against Ox where mine hit the wall to come back into play, but that one deflects off the side of the center field wall to go out. What a moment. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. If it was just a little bit more to the left, it may have just been a double, but that was not the case. Rhoda will make the throw to first for out number 3. Bottom of the 7th inning, tie ball game at 4 of Oakley Hugh, a durable pitcher with a 15.43 ERA, which might just be like 1 inning worth. Just misses the inside cutter. Sludge McWings is a pretty good name. Catcher for this team. Poke one into center field.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what that was about. Yeah. Because I thought it was like clearly going to drop, but hey, maybe Preztone saw something a little bit different. Could have been danger, but worked out pretty well. No large consequence at all. Pinch hitter Bird Turgler will hit it into left field. Oof, no dive necessary. Pretty nice swing though. Boyer will turn around with Geraldo up. Checks the runner. Guess he's weary of the steal possibility. That one's hit deep to left field. Off the wall. Nice double. Ooh, he's going to go back to first, trying some diddle action, but he'll calm down. Some interesting base running choices. Not that I disagree with them, but just the way it went down.
Yeah, it was just like maybe a half-second delay on each one kind of mattered because, yeah, I think there was a chance to diddle, as you mentioned earlier. There's some opportunities that could really change that game in a big way.
Swings at the low curveball. I mean, every run is important, so it's tough to say whether you want to be aggressive or not since you are kind of facing a Preztone who's, really heating up right now. Definitely a tough call, but hey. 4-4 ball game. Spunt Bammer, which is a creative name. On the mound with some luscious pink hair.
It's Preztone again. Got the power trade activated.
His own player has gone tense. These curveballs for both these players are working pretty well in this later stage. Earlier in the game, they were getting hit into the outfield, but not right now. Oof. That fastball just misses, and Preztone will take a quick breather. Maybe
Full count here. Yeah, I think he's just.
Inside fastball. Jailer will pick it up. Wow. In such a tight game, that play adds, it's just very, very clutch. In other words.
Not a good time for a lag pitch.
Yeah, no. That's terrible. Because if any of those go over the middle and end up costing him, I will be upset. But not the case just yet. Maggie Page at the plate. 4-hitter. Swing and a miss there on the 2-seamer. So we'll go back to the fastball. Low this time. Jaylor will dive, make another play. This third baseman, man, he's very nice at the field.
He's getting the job done. He's getting dirty, often on back-to-back diving plays to kind of keep the Jailbirds right in this thing. And what's even bigger is this is the heart of the lineup for the Pelicans. So if you can go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th, you're going to force them to bat, 6, 7, 8 in the 9th. And we've seen their hitters have not had as much power and stats. I mean, that would be a massive edge, I would say, for the Jailbirds.
Yep, great point there. Whiffer activated on Donovan James. Simon goes back to the fastball. Low and inside. Gets into chase. That'll be out number 3. 3, 4, and 5 up for Simon here. I mean, they're both at the same point in the order, basically, in this 8th inning.
Yeah, that was a great job pitching there for Simon. Oh, another nice diving play at third on the other side this time.
Who's training these guys? This is ridiculous. Look at this hitter. Oh my gosh. Third baseman's ready. I mean, what are you going to do?
Is this game scripted? Is third base supposed to make 2 outs on both sides?
Is it even possible? Clutch hitter up. He has a home run in this one. Would love to get a second.
Oh.
Not the one. Tough out activated. Huge reticle. Oakley Hugh looking to get a strikeout, but who needs that when you can get a weak contact pop-up? We'll go to the top of the 9th, where both players will have their 6, 7, and 8 up. Preztone looking to make it a 3-0 series, and Simon looking to fight back and make it 2-1, relieve some pressure.
Bullpens are getting thin as well here late.
Von Bammer is going to try to really just get out of this cleanly, ideally. You need to make this bullpen go as long as possible if you are suspecting a bullpen game.
Oh no!
Ooh. Wild swing, and it goes off the dugout post area thing. I don't even know what you'd call that.
I thought that thing was rolling
so
into the dugout. I thought that was going to be extra bases from some RNG, and then he threw to second. I don't know that he would have had that play necessarily, but odd decision there.
Yeah, that was very interesting, the way I'll put it. I mean, the fact that it was even a pass ball in the first place was pretty wild. Over the middle, Preztone will take it. Simon looking to get a sub himself. He's spamming that Y button.
Now base running, Talon Sweeney.
Goes with a pinch runner, super high speed. Two count now. Full count. High curveball inside. Fouled off. This is a pivotal at bat. Wild pitch, check swing. A beautiful walk there, and that puts a lot of pressure on Simon.
I don't know who he has left in the pen, but this Ace Exterminator is, looks like it's, is it procced? It's actually hard to tell.
I don't think so. It's just their stats are locked in, plus the pressure meter, which makes it pretty strong. We go for the bunt. Beautiful.
Love it.
That's the pros of a bunt, like we were talking about earlier. Gets rid of the double play ball, and has a high, he has a high speed runner on third, which makes it really any contact easy for this runner to score.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost a bunt single, too. That was like half a step on a relatively slow runner. That was a closer play than I was expecting, certainly.
Go to the intentional walk to load the bases. You have Charlotte Barr, who has all 4 RBIs for this Pelicans team.
Homered earlier.
And he'll bloop it into right field. 1 run will score. The ball will get past the right fielder. 2 runs will score. Maybe even 3. A third will score in a disastrous moment for Simon and his Jailbirds. That's not the way you want 3 runs to score.
Oh no, just calamity. Right fielder took his eye off the ball as they bent to grab it and they went behind him.
Pretty brutal there. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it just hurts. If you're Preztone, though, you're ecstatic.
Yeah, you were just gifted 3 runs in the 9th in a tie game. You couldn't be happier.
Simon's pitching speed clearly increasing here, maybe a little bit upset at the result. Making him not locate, but Jailer will make the throw to first. Bottom of the 9th inning. Bottom of the order for this Jailbird squad. How will you respond, Simon?
I mean, we just saw, runners at first and second, no outs, get bunted over. Intentional walk to load the bases right to get the double play back into effect. If you're the Jailbirds, you're just really hoping for the same outcome. You're hoping for a leadoff hit or walk. You're hoping to get on base with no outs. And you're not hoping for this lag. Terrible timing from Metalhead.
Yeah, that's upsetting. I mean, it's perfect the whole game. Maybe just a short little spike. But the closer oh boy. Closer that Preztone brought in is very, very fast in velocity terms. No innings pitched so far, so maybe he was saving her rather, for this moment. Early on the changeup, just 3 pitches for Poppy Bambino. 1-2 count now. Early on the changeup, a very nice sequence by Preztone to get the first out of the 9th inning in this pivotal Game 3.
Yeah, neither game 1 or 2 is really close enough down at the end of the game to bring in the closer, so the first time that she's called upon, and looks to be doing pretty okay so far.
Pretty nice, but hey, Simon's not out of fight just yet. Pokes that one into right field for a nice single. I mean, this is a good 8-hitter, so really anything's possible here. Deep left field, and that ball is gone. He immediately crushes the star closing pitcher of Preztone's team. And this is a 1-run ball game.
This game's not over, folks. Get your popcorn ready. We got a pinch hitter coming in.
He's the 1 seed for a reason. I'll just say that.
We're gonna see Bambino pulled probably at this point, right? Or is that only 2 batter? No, that had to have been the 3rd. They're sticking with him.
That one's hit to center field. And a diving play by Pena. Simon's a little bit upset. He thought he got enough for that one. But a nice slide. You have to stay focused. It's very tough. Takes the low changeup.
Watch out for an inside pitch here.
Gets a nice swing on it, but just not enough. The Pelicans take Game 3.
Yeah, what a nail biter. Simon induced some drama, got a 2-run blast, brings the game within 1, out hits the other team. It's just, I think you could really, fairly say some of those mistakes, such as the 9th inning, letting balls get away from you defensively, it's just those kind of moments that are going to change the outcome in these playoff matchups.
Absolutely. Fantastic game 3 there.
Alrighty, folks, let's take just a quick intermission here. I'll get game 4 loaded up on the docket, and we'll dive back into this here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Lafayette Corner, as this is the home stadium of both of these teams, except Preztone will be the home team this time, looking to close away the AA semifinals and send his Louisiana Pelicans to the World Series.
Yeah, we saw 9th inning drama in both halves. The passed ball, I think, from the catcher might have been in the 9th inning, if I'm not mistaken. That just kind of kick-started the downward spiral of Jailbirds, their demise defensively. They tried to bring it back, come back and clutch the game up, but they just were 1 run shy of tying it late.
Yep, it was a great thriller there. 3-2 count now. Takes the low changeup, a nice pitch, and this is a very strong starting pitcher, especially for game 4.
Yeah, this is almost like an ace with the velo.
Yeah, I mean, clearly giving Simon a tough time as he's been late on some of these. Late once again. Nice Arsenal too, has that cutter. Gets 99 on the swing, but the location and the reticle placement makes it just a feeble pop-up. Hit deep to left field. The center field ranges over. Will not make the grab. That is a double. It's a tough play.
Yeah, it took an angle, kind of lost it in the lights for a second, and it actually went behind him and over their head. So 2-out double here in the first for Simon, hoping to jump on this game early.
Yep, and this is the hitter you want up to get something going here. Pretty much max stats. Preztone, maybe a lag pitch or something, I'm not sure. Gets him to chase for out number 3. Kimmy Dubois on the mound. I'll be over the middle, but stared at by Charlotte Barr.
Mama, we've seen games 1 and 2. Both of the teams put up some crooked numbers offensively, and then we just saw game 3. It was a lot more reined in. The pitching was a lot more controlled. Maybe a couple of wild swings early in the game, but as both players settled in, it started to look like a much more even matchup here. Interested to see if that continues into game 4 now, because both of these guys, as we've talked about time and time again, they just have such high offensive firepower. As we see a nice hit there.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely seems like that momentum that both players had in the later stages of Game 3 is clearly carrying on here. I mean, two strong swings by Preztone here. First and second, good speed. His own player at the plate now, looking to make some damage.
Yeah, some indecision as well by Simon there. Wasn't sure what to even throw him. Gets a strike there to come back in the count. That'll work.
Nice. Yep, very nice job of just getting some weak contact. Put no stress on your fielders. It's nice and easy. I think that easy jumps could come into play, just even though I do think Preztone didn't steal in the last game. I think that was mainly Simon, if I'm not mistaken. That one's weakly hit, though. Rod will throw to first, but not in time. First and third now. Donovan James looking to give the Pelicans the lead. I believe James' batting average was at 192 in the beginning of Game 3. It's slowly slipping down. Had a chance to raise it there, though, with the curve over the middle. That one's skied into right field. Bong John Longston will range over for out number 3. Damage avoided there. Which also happened in the beginning of Game 3 as well. A lot of base runners, but not a whole lot of runs getting across. And that's the pitch.
Yeah, right down the middle, literally. Oh, kind of gets another chance at it. Surprising, we're not seeing these balls leave the yard here. Not sure what's going on for both players, but yeah, I mean, like you were just saying, Mama, in Game 3 we saw it a bit. We also saw it for Simon in his first inning. I mean, he had a runner on second, so both players kind of pitching themselves out of tough, hairy situations.
100%. Simon's been getting 99 on a lot of these swings. I know his home run to left field in Game 3 was 99, perfect reticle. That one's also 99. So he's clearly got the timing down of the power swing, but I guess more just being on time with the swing itself.
Yeah.
They're being typically late.
Yeah, I think I've noticed 99s on some of his hits that weren't even home runs. They're just, hard hit singles and such. So definitely has the timing down. It's kind of a reticle placement thing at this point.
Which we know he is capable of, but he is playing at 88 ego in the AA, so maybe some growth pains, but late on the fastball, but I think he got 99. It's tough. Ludge McWings at the plate.
Oh my.
Preztone, man. It's elite pitching right there, just nailing the corners, but Simon does not carry, pokes into center field. Runner will stay put at second base. Here is the pitcher. Batting 500, so that's something.
Yeah, you'll take that. Down quick, 2 strikes though.
Swing and a miss on the low fork ball. I mean, there was never going to be a chance to make contact with that pitch, but with such a contact drop-off from the previous batter to the pitcher, it's just like very hard adjustment to make.
That's 3 half innings in a row now. We've seen runners in scoring position. Let's see if the trend continues here in the bottom of the second now for Preztone.
Hard hit up the middle. Larry Lynn. I mean, easy jumps, good speed on first, and RBI hero. I mean, this is kind of the perfect area to steal, but Simon isn't really pitching with the same timing, which makes it a lot harder.
Yeah, he's got to be wary of throwing off speed here, because that would probably guarantee a stolen base.
100%. Low changeup. Gets Preztone swinging. Geraldo makes the throw to first for a double play. No concern there. Just really runners getting stranded, but hey, Playoffs, you get nervous. It happens. Just got to get that one hit. Get the runners home. Good swing.
Yeah, good swing there, and like our point a couple batters ago, I mean, easy jumps on this pitcher. You really, you know, it does feel like a squandered opportunity to not attempt to steal when you have steal-worthy speed. And like you mentioned, the RBI hero in that batter, so double play there is pretty massive. Oh, it's fair ball.
Absolutely smokes that one. Will he have the speed to go home? He throws the second, or cut off, excuse me. I mean, that was the pitcher, right? I don't know how he got such a good swing on that.
Yeah, just put the hammer on the nail, pound away, pounds it down the line for a fair ball.
Shallow outfield will be punished, but actually not really. I mean, that's just a home run. Preztone is heating up quick.
Huge moment for the Pelicans here, taking the 3-run blast deep. And yeah, if you're Simon, you got to figure something out. You got to get an answer quick. You can't let this lead continue to grow this early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he was clearly pretty confident about holding that batter since he went shallow outfield, and that ball's crushed.
Oh, no.
And it's past the right fielder. We've seen this too many times in this whole set. I mean, brutal.
Yeah, it's hard hit, but it's still routine. That right fielder is now in back-to-back games. Let balls get behind him. You know, of course, in Game 3, the bases were loaded in the 9th when it happened, so definitely different setting, but still upsetting to see that happen.
100%. You know, it's just you get a ball that's easily able to be caught, and you don't catch it. I mean, especially when you're losing, it's just really pretty, I guess, humiliating and demoralizing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like twice as bad. Like, it feels worse for more reasons, and then now you got to go back on the mound still to find an answer. Can't find the zone at the moment, so he's got to really dig deep here. And look at this whiffer first pitch slayer. What a combo.
Takes the first pitch with that forkball. Pivotal moment here in Game 4. Pelicans up 3, and they're looking to add to their lead in this game. Takes the two-seamer. I mean, this is just a great display of hitting. Curveball over the middle. Runners should be going. They are. Fouled off. Whiffer trait activated. Fouled off once again. High fastball. Pokes to Geraldo, who will make the play. Jailbirds get out of it.
Oh.
Oof. I mean, that's just a great swing, just a matter of timing. You really want to get these bats out here for a long time. Hopefully, to get Preztone bats really not back up, because he was swinging it so well there.
Yeah, and this 4-spot pitcher for the Pelicans is, like we mentioned earlier, is kind of like an ace with the velo that he brings, and it's just causing all kinds of problems right now for the Jailbirds.
Getting the timing pretty good, but it's just tough. I mean, you're down, your back is against the wall, and not only just this game, but the whole series, and you're going up against an ace. I mean, just get some runs one by one. Obviously, easier said than done there, but hey, can't be having that happen though.
Yeah, he's going to be back on the mound again. He's got allowed 7 hits through 2 innings. Have a good feeling we'll be seeing a reliever enter the game soon. If this inning doesn't go quickly, might see him this inning, but just due to the mojo decrease right now and Preztone hitting this velo really well, it's got to find a way to try to shake things up, and really gonna strain your bullpen, but that might have to just be the last card essentially in your hand to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Pelicans are on this pitcher. It's a beautiful pitch there. I've been looking for that all game. Perfectly dotted is the two-seamer.
Yeah, great pitch, and I mean it's still just a 3-run ball game. We've seen both sides have some sticky situations, so game's still definitely within reach. Don't want to sound like I'm harping on the Jailbirds too much. It's a lot of baseball to be played. We're just in the 3rd inning, obviously, so they know how to come back in games as they have done a couple times throughout the season. Gets back-to-back strikeouts. He's on a roll now.
Yeah, I mean, he turned that 3-run deficit into a 1-run deficit in the 9th inning of the last game in like 30 seconds or less, so anything is possible here. And he stops running with the second baseman, maybe just, I mean, honestly, I don't know if he would have caught it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's out of reach.
Yeah. Maybe just switching to the
It's also out of the zone, as he showed there, so, like, what are you going to do, you know?
Yeah. Unfortunate on all parts. Here's the pitcher who last time crushed it down the first baseline. Two 1 count now. Wild pitch. Does go over the plate. And this pitcher's doing everything. I mean, 2 hits so far. Holding Simon to 0. I mean, this is fantastic. And here's Charlotte Barr, who has 3 RBIs and 16 RBIs total in this playoffs.
Had that home run earlier, had a home run last game. Might have a home run in every single game if it's 4 at this point.
Over the middle.
Wow.
Stares at it though. Trying to get the Pelicans to chase. But he's not biting. 2-2 count. Fork ball. Hit deep to right center field. Longson will range over off the wall. That will score 2 runs. Pelicans are now up by 5. I think this pitcher has to come out of the game as much as it hurts.
Yeah, maybe Jailbird's just hoping for one more out, or maybe just one more batter, a really short leash at this point. So it's been a short leash for a while, but
Pelicans have just really, I think what they're just trying to do is get deep in these counts and then strike, which he has been doing. I mean, 68 pitches through 2 2/3, so that's pretty successful. Forkball running wild, full count now. Britt Brooks takes ball 4. A beautiful take there, laying off the 2-seamer. Pitcher will stay in. Over the middle. Preztone's early on it. Fouled off. Now 2 strikes. And 2 outs. Good speed on first and second. That one's popped up, and DeCourier will grab it. Could have been worse, but definitely not ideal. Time to hit it. If you're Simon, you have 4, 5, and 6. This game is still very winnable. You just have to be little by little.
yeah, we're in full on, just chip away, 1 at bat at a time mode here. I mean, this pitcher is locked in. He's still got plenty of velo, only at 45 pitches now. Dotting corners.
I mean, what do you do? Nice take there. Full count. He gets one over the middle, but moves his reticle. Nice walk. Pretty ideal start because you ran up the pitcher's pitch count and you got a base runner in Larry Lynn with a diving stop. It's a good swing, but the first baseman has no mercy.
Thought we were gonna see a twist of the knife and a tag be applied as he's laying on the ground.
We've seen crazier things so far. And that one smoked a bar. Be a 4-6-3 double play. I mean, you're hitting the ball hard. You had that one that was caught by the first baseman. You have that one that's hit hard to the second baseman. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit earlier. You know, Simon in Game 3 was getting 99 reticles for a while. He's just hitting them right at fielders, or, you know, also occasionally missing his reticle placement a bit. But yeah, I mean, the luck has not really been on their side this whole series, it would seem. Really, you know, Jailbirds fans hoping for a twist of fate here, but things continue to look bleak. There's a double down the left field line. Oh, just a single, excuse me. I thought that was going to have enough speed.
Very nice arm there in left field. Work ball over the middle of the plate, fouled off. Probably Dubois' last inning on the mound. Oof. Fastball popped up. One of the hittable ones, though.
Still has that easy jumps, and her velos continue to decrease here.
Hard up the middle. First and second here with 2 outs. And this pitcher, I mean, I want to say they have to be taken out, but I feel like I've internally thought that for a while, and they continue to stay in. He's going to try to lob in some curveballs. Now it's over the middle. Prestaverde will throw home. Now be bases loaded for the pitcher who has a single and a double. I mean, cycle watch almost.
Yeah, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this at bat.
Meepo Calcrix comes in. Not sure if that's how you say that. Fresh body on the mound.
Yeah, interesting to go to this SPRP. A lot more velo and other relievers at 3-0 count.
Slider over the middle. Preztone gives himself the green light and is crushed into center field for out number 3. Jailbirds get out of a jam.
And that was a gift, because you go 3-0 against the hitter. Oh, look at this, a nice leadoff hit as well.
That's the glove. That'll be 2 bases.
Just gotta think, with the bases loaded 3-0, and it goes straight to the center fielder. Now leadoff double for the Jailbirds. What's happening behind the scenes here? Is something brewing, Mama?
Yeah, Metalhead's turning a gear, something. It's the runner there. Okay, so I think he put in the SPRP because he knew the pitcher was going to bat soon. So I didn't want to
that's
do a
fair.
double switch, nothing. Yeah, I like that move. Retrospect. This is the cutter over the plate. He wants it back. Dr. Bad Guy, the pinch hitter. That's a chase there. Pretty ideal if you're a Pelicans fan. It would really hurt to not get this runner in after such a promising start to the inning. So you get into play. That one's hit pretty nicely to right field. Oh, man. Very athletic arm usage there.
Showing off, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they misplayed it ultimately. I thought the thing was falling down with 2 fielders not knowing who was going to grab it. But it finds the glove, and Simon, unfortunately, the Jailbirds strand that runner at third, just 90 feet away, trying to get their first run of the game, get back in this game, get back in the series.
Cash Considerations comes in and gets a quick 3-pitch strikeout. They will now face the locked-in Britt Brooks. That one's hit nicely into right center field. That'll be easily 2 bases. Elkins not taking the foot off the gas pedal. Looking to add some more. Now you have 3, 4, and 5 coming up. And the 4-hitter for this Pelicans team is way weaker than the 3, so that's why he's been doing these walks. High speed on first and second. Page looking to put a dent into this one. Right center field once again. Longston will range over, and he makes the play. A run-saving dive there by Preztone.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the ball find the glove there. It looked like his initial line towards the ball. I don't know if it was due to a player change or something, but it looked kind of off kilter, and he's able to get to that ball. Definitely, like you said, saves at least a run.
Easy beat contact will go over to third. But yeah, about time we've seen some nice diving plays from the Jailbirds outfielders. That was about the first few plays that have gone actually right for them out there. Here's Trestaverdine at the plate. Fouled off strongly once again. Takes a low curveball. Laid on the outside fastball for strike number 3. Dustin Lakestrong's stats are decreasing just a little bit. Love to get into that Preztone bullpen that he crushed last game. Once popped into right field, and Maggie Page, a sliding play.
Jailbirds just can't seem to catch a break offensively in this game. There's just been so many moments in, the first at bat of this inning. We were seeing some really good reticles, but the balls were just going foul, and then the velo's giving problems. Almost saw another great dive there, but yeah, Jailbirds really hoping to find something to kickstart this inning. Still needing their first run of the game.
One's hit nicely. About time we see a fielding error. Not really an error, but a non-completion of a catch or grab. Gets one over the middle, hit hard, and Britt Brooks with the redemption dive. I mean, you just have to hit up the middle somehow.
Yeah, my heart goes out to Simon there. That was, a middle of the plate pitch, reticled nicely. It's just laser beam to the shortstop, and after not being able to deal with a relatively routine ball in the previous play, they somehow snag that one and just dash your hopes yet again, trying to get back into this game. We continue to trudge on late now here in the 6th inning. It's going to be the 7th inning by the time the Jailbirds see the plate again, so they'll be down to their potential, 9 final outs of the series.
Yeah, I really think you can't let up any runs here. I mean, obviously easier said than done, but once you get starting to get to like a 6-run deficit, your job gets way harder. Now it's deep to right field. It will be a fair ball. Longston will throw to the cutoff man. 2nd and 3rd, no outs. Ace Exterminator activated. We'll walk and get to the pitcher, but the pitcher has been hitting well, but, it's also the pitcher, so, it's a tough call.
Had the green light on 3-0 earlier. Now we're going to see a repeat moment.
Yeah, now it's 2-0. Over the middle. Taken. go to the four-seamer. Just outside. Gotta give him a strike, and he will. Dustin Legstrong put the charge into one. Center field, but it will be stopped. He thrown to third. This is a close play, and he drops it.
That is so unnecessary, Metalhead. What is happening? Why are we seeing this? Oh.
Yeah, I think that was gonna be pretty clearly a double play as well. I mean, that hurts, man. That hurts.
Even if it wasn't going to be a double play, just like catch the ball, you know?
Yeah.
Like just tell us if it was or it wasn't. Don't drop the ball and leave us guessing.
Oh man, and Britt Brooks up, the star shortstop who made that amazing diving play earlier in this inning, has a chance to put away the whole series with one swing. But they will not. Double play. Top of the 7th inning, down by 7. Jailbirds need to get 2 here at least, in my opinion.
You can just
Quick
see...
first out.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I was
you're
just
good,
going
you're
to
good.
say you can see the frustration, the reticle, you know, moving around. There's a base hit for the Jailbirds. But, yeah, they've had some good swings on balls that just haven't gone their way. They've had some, you know, self-inflicted errors on the defensive side of things. And, you know, as we see, it's all culminated in this 7-run deficit here late, Game 4, 7th inning. But it's go time. There's a ball.
That's going to be out of here. I said he needed 2, and he gets at least 2. Sludge McWings with a no-doubt home run. Jailbirds might just be back.
Gonna see a pinch hit situation, and Bird Turgler, great name. Pinch perfect. Got the off-speed hitter on this dwindling pitcher for Preztone. Not sure why he hasn't gone to the pen himself.
Yeah, I can't say I know myself either. Maybe just confident in what he's been doing. Not sure.
Starting to get
It's a
rubbed
beautiful-
up this inning, though.
Yeah, I might have to take him out. Which will stay in. The 2-hitter Trestaverdi in the second up. Fouls it off. Just late. The cutter high speed on first. Takes the low curveball. 2-2 count now. Full count. Runners will be going. Early on the changeup. A nice sequence there by Preztone. The reticle was there, but hey, reticle doesn't matter if your timing's not good, so nice job by Pelicans. Curveball over the middle of the plate, taken for strike 1. Oh, 2 count now. Chases the 2-seamer, but he will stay alive. Chase on the low fastball for out number 1. Takes the curveball. Umpire squeezing him a little bit there. Definitely a debatable one. 3-0. Basically the same pitch. Will he give himself the green light? He will, but he is not on it. Hit hard past the third baseman. Similar contact we saw earlier, except be there in time, no doubt. Nice double. Now you have the 5-hitter. Looking to get even more insurance. 2-0 count, base rounder on second, which could come into play. Did on that last play. It's interesting. He's starting his pitches like way above the zone, then like dragging them over the middle. He's gonna get past the pitcher somehow. Very odd.
Yeah, that was weird because then you saw the throw meter, like he charged it up when he thought the pitcher was gonna get it. So by the time he went to the second baseman, it was super red. Thankfully, it didn't go behind the first baseman.
Yep, avoiding disaster there. Umpire does not want to give Simon any calls on these outside curveballs. So he's going to pivot to the two-seamer. Hitting in left field, Todd Gonzalez will go over there. He will not grab it. A little bit too far back. Wild pitch, goes inside and gets him swinging. Go to the top of the 8th inning now. Jailbird's getting out hit by 10. But could argue he should have more hits with decent contact like that. Good reticle there. Got great timing as well.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say here other than the obvious. He's just got to dig deep, got to swing at quality pitches, and it's been tough to do this game.
Yeah, starting pitcher is staying in too, so looking to go for that complete game. Beat contact there. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning, which will be likely Pelicans' last chance to get some runs on the board. And extend their lead. Past the diving third baseman. Leadoff single.
I think this batter was 3 for 3 last game, and we saw another late inning at bat from them. It's kind of interesting, but yeah, the Jailbirds need to find this first out. Maybe hope for a double play.
Yep, cannot let up any runs here. Keep it to 5. That one's a weakly hit, but it will be foul. Over the middle. Hit hard, but Deathbringer will stop it for the double play. Here comes the pitcher, who will stay in.
Clear indication from the Pelicans manager. He wants this man to get the complete game.
Yeah, complete confidence. His arm might fall off soon, but that's okay. We'll have time to rest. And he gets a single. That's unbelievable. Is he 3 for 5?
Definitely has multiple hits. Almost had some more RBIs. Recall that at bat earlier in the game. The bases loaded, a 3-0 count. He put a charge into one. It was just right at the center fielder. Oh!
Oh my God! I mean, that's the first pitch with that pitcher, right? I mean, that's their closer. Oh my, what do you do? Timing switch up gets Preztone there, and that's just so unfortunate.
Just everything going wrong for the Jailbirds, you know, a lot of it out of their control.
What are you gonna do? Foul ball.
Looks like Preztone's adjusted to the velo now.
Guys went into center field. Trestaverde in the second will be there for out number 3. Jailbirds back against the wall, down 3-0 in the series and down 5 in game 4. He has to be clutch and score 5 here. Hits it weakly to Britt Brooks for out number 1. Pelicans are now 2 outs away from a World Series berth.
The 100th pitch on its way.
Second out. Sludge McWings. Jailbirds down to their last out. Swings at the first pitch. And Preztone is going to the World Series.
Jubilation for the Pelicans fans out there. A huge upset. And really a massive surprise in the sense that it's a sweep over the number 1 regular season team in the Jailbirds. Kudos to both teams. Kudos to Simon, especially. It was a great season. Playoffs, they're tough and brutal, and the game of baseball is that way as well. We saw how the game can have its ups and downs, and see some RNG come into play as well. But regardless, just want to give a solid shout out there to Simon.
Yeah, fantastic job by both players. Both incredible hitters. First off, Simon, you made it to 88 ego in AA. I mean, that span of improvement, or that improvement in such little span of time is pretty incredible. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that in AA before. And Preztone, well, shout out to you for taking down that same person who's improved so much. Incredible display of hitting. Very timely. The pitching was very nice in that game, despite letting up some hard contact. Hey, your fielding was there to back you up. So fantastic job by both these players.
Yeah, great job from them. And let me get us swapped over here to the other screen real quick. Get MJ back on there. There we go. So, yeah, what a series. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words there. I mean, just a great job from Preztone. He was really consistent throughout the whole series. He had plenty of hits. I don't recall the exact amount from Game 3, but we know in Game 4 there's like 21 hits or something. So, his bats were staying hot. They're pounding the pavement the whole series. He just kept putting the pressure on Simon, and Simon was not quite able to keep up. Had some self-inflicted moments that really kind of turned some of those games, like we saw tonight here in Game 3, the 9th inning. That was just a huge blunder, ended up costing him the game. So, those types of tough moments, they're going to test your mentality late in the game. You got to find a way to dig deep and clutch up. And Preztone was able to keep putting those situations into play. So really, really impressive stuff from him.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Preztone. He's going to the World Series. He will face either the Lumineers or the Icebirds. Regardless of who wins that, it'll be a fantastic matchup and another amazing AA season. It's been incredible.
Yeah, incredible from all teams so far. Thank you to Simon, by the way, for recording those games and sharing them with us. Really, really appreciate that. Couldn't have done it without you. And yeah, we will look at the other side of the bracket for AA. It's going to be another spicy matchup. I'm excited to see how it unfolds. I believe they got a good amount of their games in to start the series today. So I guess it'll just be determined at a later point when we're able to finally get those casted here for everybody to see. And we got some other exciting, AAA and XBL matchups taking place. We already know the XBL World Series has been solidified with Wish going to be taking on Spaceman. It's going to be an incredible series. Can't wait for that. AAA is still playing both of their semifinals. Those will be casted as well. So similar to the other side of AA, stay tuned to the Discord channels for when this stuff is going to be broadcasted out there for you guys. Any final words here from me tonight, MJ?
I mean, hey, just keep streaming your Cup games. Keep playing the Cup games. I think it's Group D that hasn't played a single set yet. There's just something right there. But hey, thank you all of you for watching. I hope everybody has a good night. Yeah, definitely appreciate everyone showing out tonight, and appreciate when you will continue to do so. Great community. So yeah, with that, we'll end it there. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone, and have a great rest of your evening.